ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode. I'm coming on board with critical story I want to explain or go more about it. My tea is finished. This story is about a certain African or oriented kingdom evolving itself somewhere in Scotland, and this place they are calling it the Kingdom of KUBALA. You know, I try to go to TikTok, I try to go talk to people in UK to have at least a clue about what is this Kingdom of KUBALA. Let alone did I know that this kingdom that is trying to evolve itself, it has the Ghanaian origin and Zimbabwean origin. Two people from different continental region coming together and deciding to claim they're Jacobites in the land of Scotland. That narrative itself is enough to make me now look at it as if it is a cloud chasing or theatric kind of episode unfolding here. Because how can a competent psychiatric nurse with a successful blog career consider dropping all that abandoned civilization and prefer to go to live in the forest and claim to be Jubenites or Jacobites, rather ancestor, living in a forest with nothing, only a few things around them, and claim to be establishing a kingdom with a man who claims to be a prophet from Ghana. You know, that thing is making me now realize, do we have the same mentality towards future and the past and the history? Or we are stuck somewhere in the middle trying to understand where we come from? Because this KUBALA kingdom, the way it is started, blogging, going to the street, advocating for justification of its establishment, relocating to a forest, abandoning the civilization and then re-establishing itself there. Then changing of the names from ordinary naming to poetic naming. The Queen of Nandi and recruitment of her husband, second wife or the third wife. You know, that thing is making me try to figure out what is this. Because how can someone come from Texas, fly all the way to Scotland to go and live in the bush as a second wife, as that wife, and procreate and get a child for the kingdom? What a drama is this are we witnessing as it unfolds here? Because I don't think I understand that drama is becoming overwhelming. Because who knew this could happen? The Scottish authorities, they are saying they want to evict them. They have served them with the notices. They are even scared to open the eviction notice. They have even gone there personally to negotiate their exit. And they have said, no, we are not leaving KUBALA. This is the land that was given to our ancestors. And many people now are claiming on the TikTok, I've seen some comments, people saying, we are now tired of civilization. We want to go and live for free in a forest, beat drums all day, rest, enjoy life, not chasing bills and paying, for all these commitments. KUBALA Kingdom is going to be a very sophisticated narrative. And it's going to be wide, and it's going to be a global theatric that is going to supersede. And it's the high time that civilization must concede the defeat. Because the most powerful tool is when somebody is trying to return to his ancestral land. Because the supernatural forces are pulling him back to the origin of his creation as he believes in. And that narrative is deep. You will not be able to compete with him because if he has super facts on the table and DNA ancestry lineage ranging for 300 to 16 BC, you know, could this be the end of United Kingdom? Because the way this man is justifying his intentions, and the Queen Nandi, the way she's becoming melodramatic and you know in her expression, and accepting and acknowledging that I'm successful naturally through academic and everything, but now I prefer to live in ancient times. And people are mobilizing resources to get excited about this Kubala. Do you know how much money these people gonna make in terms of revenue correction, publicity, and making it like a lifetime episode that is going to unfold until they depart from this earth? They're going to make millions and billions of money and legacy that nobody will be able to challenge. The Kubala kingdom is the latest narrative, and everybody, even in Africa, is trying to say, even me, I can establish my own kingdom in my forest. They claimed if they are going to be evicted from United Kingdom, Scotland, they are preferring to go to Kenya, my country. What is this so special about Kenya? If not Kenya, they're planning to go to Ghana. But most likely they'll prefer Kenya because of the weather. We have enough problems in Kenya. But they have these intentions of saying we're gonna go there. What is making them to feel like they are safe, or it's much better for them to be in Kenya? Another story coming on my blog. The reason why they want to be in Kenya. Kenya is ancestral home to so many people who scattered all over the world. The 12 tribes of Israel, they are scattered. And they are trying to trace their ancestral lineage. But back to the topic of Kubala. Watch this episode as it unfolds because I'm fascinated and I don't know where to start, how to go about it, because it's quite clear. They are determined to go that way and they have what it takes. Even after the government took their children to custody, they don't care anymore. They have real estates, they have lucrative incomes, and they don't need it. They want to establish the kingdom. Are they living in the pinnacle of justification of the past, or they're living in dreams and illusions that we are not aware of? They might be genius, they might be ahead of us, because maybe they might have a hint the civilization and competitiveness which is everywhere and people are fighting and all these things, they are coming to an end. So the only way to make peace is to establish Kubala kingdom. That one will be a huge topic to come, and I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. Kumbala Kingdom is coming and reloading. Episode 1. I have given out.